China. 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 China now. China. China. You know, China. I know China very well. China. 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 China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me. China. China, 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 China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. China.
This is Sparta! Fatality.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 373. That's my guess. It's 373. You know, it's not like I spent the last 90 minutes putting the fucking episode together, but I'm just going to guess it's 373 just for fuck's sake. Let's just go with it. I can go back and change it, actually. I don't care. This is the episode that's happening Wednesdays. Here's a weird thing, just to get this started off of, like, stupidity. I remember a time when Tuesdays was Science Day. I don't know if it was started by, like, the Discovery Channel or Scientific American or just some rubber dicker who was a teacher. I don't know. But for some reason, I was always used to Tuesday being Science Day, where all the crazy science shit would come out on the news. But it appears to be Wednesdays. At least for space it is. Because the last few weeks, every Wednesday has been all about space. SpaceX, Boeing, the astronauts, NASA. It's been like consistent for me. It's really hard to find UFO stories on Wednesdays. But, you know, no fucks are given because space, NASA, aliens, all the same shit. To be honest, they all roll together and play in the same damn pool, as far as I'm concerned. So, Wednesdays, I think from now through the end of the summer, will be all about space and science. That's what we're going to do. Yes, it's UFO Buster Radio. I get it. Don't be upset. Not every day is a good probing. You can put like a court-issued automatic stay on probings on Wednesday. Give yourself a little rest. You won't even have to spend that much money this summer on the VAS. But, let's be honest. We need to stay on top of this. If you want to know about the future of ufology, the future of microbial life, ET, you need to stick to science and space, Poindexters, pocket protectors, things like that, rocket cars. You got to stay on top of it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. But, here we go. We got a lot of science today, 3 articles, but I'm not done talking shit. I had this crazy idea, and you guys who were actually on the show when All Pop Repeat came on, Chrissy and Marie, when they came on the podcast, one of the things they said, which didn't, you guys didn't hear it online during the show, was that they thought they were coming on for a podcast war. What a novel idea. Yeah. They were like, yeah, man, you called us out. You were talking about we were pimping our butts to, Doofus for this UFO story. Well, I called them Doofus. They didn't. They were really cordial. Really nice gals, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, by the way, Doofus is Corbell. But they were really nice about it. But in my head, I'm thinking, podcast war. Damn! That sounds like such a great idea. I could imagine myself really having someone who really embodies the term no fucks are given and let them pick, put a bunch of names in a circle, spin the bottle, and pick a podcast to just start some shit with. I don't know. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. Because I'm tired of being rubber-dicked about the podcast. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of it. Whether you're a podcaster, whether you're a YouTuber content creator, because, they get a different classification altogether. Yeah. I'm thinking this summer it is a good time to get a co-host and just go to war with someone, back and forth. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a cool idea, but we'll see. We'll see how we work it out. I'm trying to pick the craziest motherfucker out there. That actually has a ufology type of history, has done some research or whatever, has looked into things, but when the shit comes out their mouth, it's like fucked up. I'm gonna be honest. That's what I need. I need someone who can talk some serious shit while I sit back and enjoy the madness, the chaos that's going to just ring true. One more thing before we get into the news reports. I played the, how many seconds is this thing? Hold on a second. That whole China clip. 29 seconds of Trump saying China. Listen, I don't care who you vote for when you go behind the curtain. I don't care who you vote for when you're at home this November and you're putting the ballot in at your kitchen table because you're going to mail that shit in. COVID-19 fears. Just know one thing, that this guy called the bullshit from China from the beginning. Like, he called it. And the fact is that we're dealing with COVID-19. How many people have perished? All coming from one freaking place. And he called them as rubber dickers right from the beginning. Now, me and Trumpy got a lot of things together. We talk a lot of shit. I'm sure he curses like there's no tomorrow, man. Like bikers and sailors all put together in a room with lots of alcohol, man. I'm sure he curses more than they do. He says whatever's on his mind, so do I. And we're both from New York, so there you go. That's about it. That's all the similarities. I'm not orange, and my hair doesn't fly away because I don't have any. I shave it all. But that's where we're at, so I can appreciate the fact, at least even if he's fucked some other things up, guess what? He called China out right from the get-go. So come on, give him some props. I don't care what side you bend over on. Just give the guy some props. He called it. So today we got 3 stories. We're going to talk about them here shortly. I got some music because it is hump day. And we need to wake you up, keep you awake to make it through all 3. And then when I come back, I'll see who's in the live chat because I guess I've been rambling for too long.
I was thinking about you, like drinking some TV.
about a couple years ago, I tried to do like a summer co-host challenge. This was after Big O had dropped off the scene, and I was getting a little lonely, right? Because I needed someone. I wanted to play the straight guy, to be honest, and Big O, he was the comic relief and everything. Plus, he was learning about ufology and things like that, so it would be perfect to play those roles. But then, Big O went a different route. He had to work a little more. He was seriously knee-deep in blue-collar shit. And so, yeah, he couldn't be on the podcast anymore. So I was like, I got to look for a co-host at least because, But then all the voices in my head, they just took off. So it's like, hey, we don't need anybody. We've got this. I want to say what's up to Pucky, The Norm, Green Man, Gooter has arrived fresh off of his own show on the YouTubes. He's another content creator. Green Man. And then the names start repeating all of a sudden. There's Dre, Game Vet. And the list goes on and on. Thank you guys for joining live. This is what we do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday until I get a hair up my ass and I change the schedule again. That's the way it goes. Sorry. I think I've got crown ears. I can't hear very well. I couldn't even hear that segue into the news. Episode 373. Yes. I think it was either the Norm or Pucky who said we got virgins. Virgin Orbit to attempt first launch of LauncherOne rocket this weekend. Let me just say this. I don't know, it's that kind of a day. I'm always saying stuff today. Sir Richard Branson, holy mother of God, was that guy the craziest, richest fucker that had anything to do with space? Or just anything altogether. It was crazy as hell. He lived on the edge. Like every time I saw something that Sir Richard Branson was going to be part of, I wanted to watch it. He's like Musk now. Now, back in the day when Virgin Galactic came out, Musk, he really seemed like he was, I don't know, I guess the analogy would be he was still in the scrotum. Like he wasn't, going through mitosis or meiosis or any of that shit. He was still not even touching the egg, the space egg, if you want to do the analogy right. But, Branson was all in that. Like Branson started growing lungs and he had a brain and he had the a little tail and shit. He was ready to go. And then stuff went wrong for Virgin. Yeah, the Virgin went wrong in so many different levels. And then so then Boeing and SpaceX just like stepped right in. Hey, we're here fully formed and ready to go. We're no longer zygotes. We're going to run this. And then, of course, we know Boeing fucked up. Boop. They crashed. They couldn't even make it up to the ISS. And so now we got the guy with the biggest cojones driving electric cars up to the launch pad in a few days. In a week exactly. Elon Musk. But let's go back. So apparently Richard Branson was not going to stay out of this conversation. Not one bit. First time that I hear about Virgin Orbit, it's news to me. I was thinking that it was like the gum and shit. We got like a new Virgin flavor. I don't know. But yeah, so Virgin Orbit on Sunday is going to take off. So this is here's the thing. It's not Virgin Galactic. It's not that funky plane with the designer portals all over it. Looks like really Art Deco and shit. No, it's not that. This is a rocket that's going to be strapped to a 747. And the 747 is going to take off. They're going to drop the rocket. Pew! It's going to take off. Hopefully make low orbit. That's the thing. That's where they're shooting for. Now, they're not stupid. This is where they got the leg up on everyone else because they're not sitting there like Boeing saying, yes, we are going to reach low orbit and we are going to get this right the first time around. No. They're like, oh, this is not about getting up there. Really? You're going to go through the whole fucking thing. You're going to pull out your manual, and then on page 39, where it says, don't blow the fuck up, you're going to say, it's not about that. Yeah, that's what they said. According to some of the peeps out there, what they're saying is we really are looking to do one thing, is get some data. Why didn't Elon and Boeing, why didn't they think about that? That is like the easiest way out of setting any kind of any real expectations with anybody. Like really, we can tune in on Sunday and expect the shit not to even work and be happy about it. We will be excited. Well, we could see the fucking thing just drop from the damn 747, hit the ground, and we're like, yeah, they made it. I assume there'll be freaking drinks and popcorn for everyone over at Virgin if the fucking thing even releases. Anyway, here's another mission that's called Demo. So Sunday, launch demo mission is going to be taken off. Hopefully, it'll happen Sunday. The backup opportunity will be on Monday. It is a 4-hour window, basically, that starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully they'll get it off. No pun intended. The demo, of course, launch mission demo, will be the first big hurdle for Virgin Orbit, the rocket. And, there's something here for you guys who are making jokes about Virgins. The 747 is going to be named Cosmic Girl. You can't write this stuff. You really can't. Like, these companies, they come up with some crazy shit, to be honest. Yeah, Cosmic Girl is going to drop the LauncherOne, and hopefully it'll reach an altitude of 35,000... It'll reach 35,000 feet before it gets dropped and make its way, hopefully, if data permits it, because it's not about getting there, all the way into space. This is a big step for Virgin Orbit. I'm so used to saying Virgin Galactic. But here's the kicker. Here is the thing that places them in line with everyone else. This is the things of conspiracy theories, to be honest. This, what I'm about to read for you, because it is UFO Buster Radio. Hold on, my throat's a little dry. It is UFO Buster Radio, and why not have a conspiracy just like the other guys? The liftoff for Virgin Orbit, which has already secured 3 launches, the fucking thing ain't even making it into space, really? How can you secure launches if you're happy that you just get some data? Let me continue. $35 million deal. 35 big ones already secured. The fucking thing doesn't even have to make it into low orbit at this point because it's about the data. But that money is a contract that's being held by the United States Space Force. What in the hell is going on? Virgin Galactic / Cosmic Girl / shooting off your rocket off a plane has already, without very much success, already penned a contract, a deal for $35 million with U.S. Space Force. What in the name of all that is holy is going on? There literally is no one that's pure in this at all. There is strict government involvement in any of it. Unfucking believable. So we got TTSA with the military. We got SpaceX also with the military. And now we have Virgin Orbit signing up with the military. This is bananas. I mean, there is really, as much as people talk about this being the time for commercial spaceflight to take over and push NASA the fuck over to the side, no, it's the complete opposite. The government is eating up all these bitches and using all of their technology. There is no independent spaceflight. We gotta look for the little guy. Who the fuck is it out there that has no big budget and no contracts? That's what we need to follow, because this is freaking insane. I mean, there is definitely a shitload of conspiracy theories that people can build off of this, and it is just wicked. Completely nuts. The link is in the description. By the way, this particular article, of course, it has some videos and stuff like that, but there's a lot more that goes into this launch, or maybe failure. I don't know. Apparently, whatever way it goes, it's okay with them, because they got 35 big ones in their back pocket already. So they give no fucks. Why should anybody else? Check this out.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. And if I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget it. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. I just wish you understood the gravity, but you got low sinners. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Yeah, now I'm so lost, where do I go? I was in the chase, caught a flat on road. It was all love, X no O. I was feeling rich, but we turned out broke. North Pole, life so cold. Lukewarm love, should've took it to the stove. You were bad news, all kind, no pro. We grew apart fast. I guess we was reaping what we sowed in. I guess we was unequally yoked in. Guess if we was putting on the shoulder. Guess we should've tried to take it slow then. Guess I let my feelings take control. Guess I let my demon take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing older. Now I can't believe that it was real. It was back in late December when I did it. I just wish I could forget it. Cause I hate how much I love it. Oh, I hate how I just love to catch a feeling. And you told me that you understood the gravity, but now I know you didn't. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember. Find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget it. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. I just wish you understood the gravity, but you got lower sinners.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
Fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.
I don't know if it's the crown or the vodkas, but man, that quote from Arnold just drives me insane. It is so freaking funny. I can't help it. I can't help but to play it over and over. Yeah, I tried. Anyway, NASA and Elon Musk. What a perfect pair together, holding hands, skipping through all the primordial soup of the universe together, down the yellow and really slimy brick road. But apparently, these two entities, powerhouses, are going to be live on launch day, the 27th, on the Discover and Science channels because it's going to be crazy. They're going to do this live. Then after they launch this shit, and hopefully, space gods willing, E.T. willing, Elon Musk willing, these guys make it to the ISS. After that, there will be a 2-hour documentary about basically how this all came together. The history of SpaceX from when they were that sperm that hit the NASA space egg and became this full-grown, crazy-ass fucker that we know as Elon Musk and SpaceX. 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, which would be 1 p.m. Central, from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. I know some of you in the chat could have front row seats if you wanted to. But, you know, they get really rubber dickery about this down there. They like keeping people away. For what reason, right? It's your tax money. You should be able to go up there and sit on the fucking rocket before it takes off. Anyway, I digress. So among the guests that are going to be part of this, hold on to your knickers. Hold on to them. Katy Perry, Adam Savage, and Mike Rober are going to be among the guests. They are going to be there to talk about the launch. Listen, it's a historic launch no matter what happens. Demo 2. And here's one thing I thought about today. What if the Virgin Orbit demo mission fucks up and it blows up? Is that like a bad sign for Demo 2? Is that like a bad omen? Like, should these guys like not even get on the Crew Dragon? It just make believe. You know, get those Project Mogul dummies and put them in there and let them go up to the ISS. I mean, come on. Why not? I'm just wondering if there's a connection there. We need to talk to a psychic about this. Find out what's going to go down. Really, we should have asked that question of Chris when he was on here. Is SpaceX Crew Dragon going to make it? It's just crazy. Anyway, basically the two Utes, are already down in Florida. They actually left from Houston today of all freaking days. They didn't even stop by to say goodbye to me. They didn't even let me know they were here. That's fucked up. As much as I cover those two guys, you know, really? I mean, really, there's like no respect anymore. Anyway, so they landed in Florida. They'll be there for the week before or leading up to the launch. So I'm sure it's exciting. They probably got a lot of shit to go through. They could probably do a good luck thing, like have to wear 2 different kinds of socks, same underwear for the whole week. You know, some shit like that. I don't know. So this 2-hour documentary is supposed to be great. It's going to talk about all the engineering feats, all the science that went behind this, and it really should be fantastic. But it's weird because they're playing on the whole thing that everyone is isolated. It's like, oh shit, we're going to have so many fucking views. I bet you there'll be a shitload of commercials running on this thing. They're going to get so many views. And one of the quotes here from Scott Lures is Discover and Science Channel have spent over a year documenting SpaceX's race to become the first private company to launch American astronauts into space. And then he goes on to say, our live special offers both incredible access to the launch and expert insight from SpaceX founder and chief engineer Elon Musk. I don't know what the fuck he engineers, and other leading aerospace professionals. In our 2-hour documentary, we will show the unbelievable engineering and science feats achieved by SpaceX in making such a historic launch happen during these unprecedented times of isolation. Why they gotta bring the COVID up in this bitch? If it was all about COVID, these two guys, like one of them would have to sit outside of the freaking Crew Dragon when it took off. Like you can't, there's no 6 feet in there. Your ass needs to sit on the outside. Somebody flip a coin. Either way, it's going to be something great. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm looking forward to the documentary. all jokes aside, it is a great thing. It sucks that it's called Demo 2. I am going to stick to that till the damn thing takes off. And I think it sucks that Sir Richard Branson is going to put the hex on it by naming his fucking thing the freaking Demo Mission. So, aka Demo 1. So if Demo 1 goes down, chances are Demo 2 is going to go down too. Thanks a lot, Richard. Serve my ass. That's the story for this. Now, the good thing about this link that is in the article is that there is an animation. Pretty cool animation about how the flight should happen as the astronauts roll in on Tesla cars and get into their Falcon 9 rocket, get to the top of the launching penis. That's really what it looks like. It looks like a penis. Of the launching penis as it goes into space, shoots off the head, it goes into the ISS, shoots out the astronauts, and then, you know what? I really don't know what the whole mission is. We need to look that up, honestly. I don't know if they come back down or they just stay up there for fuck's sake. I don't know. We'll find out eventually, I guess. That's the article. Check out the link. The animation is cool, and I think it'll be fun to look at. One more news story to go. think I just found my outro song for the month of June. Man, that thing goes hard. By the way, welcome Dave to the chat right now. Better late than never, Dave. By the way, ladies, if you want to know about Dave, he loves buff kangaroos and long walks on the beach next to great whites. Check him out. He's in the chat. The last news article for today. For you guys who have been waiting for me to get done with this, NASA plans to sample asteroid Bennu was delayed by the coronavirus pandemic. The story earlier on, when the stuff started going down, and people were running scared, completely scared,
China.
because Wuhan dropped the big one on us. And by the way, as a side chat, I really want to know if there was an asteroid that burst over northern China right before the shit went down in Wuhan. I really want to know that. Somebody's got to find out for me who I need to talk to about that shit. Really. I want to know. I want to know what's going down. But in the meantime, let's talk about this. So NASA is having issues, right? So everybody was working from home. They didn't have to go into the office over at NASA. So the people could not really run any tests for the spacecraft OSIRIS-REx, which is hanging around Bennu, right? Turns out in April, they actually did a test run. They brought OSIRIS-REx within 213 feet of the damn rock and were like, yes, we've arrived. We can now get in there, land on this thing, get a sample, and bring it back. This was supposed to happen in August 11th to be exact, but something happened. I don't know if it has to do with the pandemic or not, but they pushed it back all the way to October. Over 2 months. They want to be extremely sure, but we know this, right? Because these are the guys that write papers, they rewrite them, they send them through peer reviews, then they rewrite them, then they wait like 5, 10, 15 years before they finally publish, and then they think they've reached the ultimate level of achievement, and people still don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But anyway, so August was moved to August 20th. OSIRIS-REx on August 20th of this year is supposed to go in, take a sample from Bennu, pack it up real nice, turn it sideways, shine it up, put it in his candy ass, and bring it all the way back to the Earth for examination. It's going to take 2 fucking years for it to get here. 2 years. When it takes off and leaves Bennu after jacking it for some space ice, OSIRIS-REx will be back to Earth on September 24th of 2023. I don't see a victory here. I don't understand. Why even wait so long? Like, who gives a fuck about space ice? But here's my thing. So the pandemic pretty much put the kibosh on this venture by NASA, right? So you have this virus. It's going crazy. Coronavirus, if you will. It's going nuts all over the place thanks to our friendly people
China.
at Wuhan. It's going nuts. But yet you're going to go and steal a chunk of ice from a comet or a rock or whatever the fuck Bennu is, and you're going to bring it back, possibly bringing back another possible pandemic. You're going to bring this back to our planet and possibly fuck us over one more time. What's that song? Do it to me one more time. It'll be fascinating to know what the safeguards are going to be. It'll be interesting to know if anyone's going to give 2 fucks about it. Because we don't know what's on that ice that's been in space for forever and a day. But you're going to bring it back to our planet and possibly screw us all over in about 3 years. It makes no sense to me at all. Really. Why do we have the ISS? Fill the freaking ISS up with space ice. That's what you gotta do. Take your little spacecraft OSIRIS-REx, park that bitch over by the ISS, and let them handle that in space. Don't bring it to the damn planet. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't bring nothing to the planet. Build your ass a base on the moon and take care of all your funky little experiments in space. That's my opinion. I guess this is the editorial part of the podcast now. There is no need for them to bring it back. There is plenty of time. 3 fucking years, you build something on ISS. Listen, you've got the Cosmic Girl. Let her shoot off her rocket with some equipment over to the ISS and bring your Bennu leftovers there. It kind of makes sense to me because I've been in fucking quarantine and sitting here like a dork for 2 months now? And most of you have as well. So why introduce another super virus possibly just because? Just because you want to write a fucking paper. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? But by the way, if it turns out that you have an interest in OSIRIS-REx scooping up ice from space and bringing it back home, mind you, by the time it gets here, it'll be melted, I'm sure. Can't even put that shit in your margarita. But if you're interested, check out the link in the description. It'll bring you up to date as to what's going on with OSIRIS-REx, what the plan is, even though I gave you most of it. So when you get to that part, you can close the article and continue on the shitter. But in the meantime, hey, I thank you guys for coming on. I'm getting ready for a podcast war eventually. I feel it. I really do. And I'm looking for a host that's going to start that off. Because we give no fucks. It's UFO Buster Radio. For the record.
Trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. Also coming to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing. So I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke, tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.